Hi all, I'm Saravanan Raju, Senior Salesforce Developer at Medita. I'm going to talk about some of the ES6 JavaScript features. Before that, if you see the JavaScript graph here, it is almost 20 years there is no much updates in JavaScript. But in 2015, ES6 was released, and after that, the age is called Modern Javascript Development. So it is important to know about ES6 features. Today we are going to see about some basic ES6 features. Okay, first one is the block scope. And what is the difference between function versus block scope? We are all aware that var keyword in JavaScript, right? So before ES6, whenever we declare a variable or function, we use the var keyword. So this is the function scope code. For example, if we use var within function, then see what will happen. If you see the code, we declare within var with same name in global context and within the function. So as expected, we can see the values as 2 for the global context and 1 for the function scope. Everything works great, right? If you see the below code here, we declare a variable myvar same as a global variable. So here and here, the output what we got is not as expected. Here you can understand what is block. A block is any code within curly braces. Block scoping ensures that any variable defined within those braces don't become global variables. Here ES6 introduced let, which holds values within the scope. If you see this code, the values looks good. So value is 2 for this within the block scope, 1 for the global variable. Okay, next one is the constant. So what is constant? It is a variable which cannot be reassigned new content. If you see the code here, how we achieve constant in ES5, lot of code, right? So but we can achieve same with one line of code in ES6. Okay, here is the note. We make the variable itself immutable, not its assigned content. This means the object itself can still be altered. Here is the code, here is the code. Okay, first, if you see the first line, we assign a constant variable s5, and I tried to change the value to 2. It threw me some error. Okay, that's why I just commented out. Okay, so if you see that below code, I create an object, I introduced two properties, and then in line number 11 I alter the first property, and also in the line number 14 I introduce a new property. So everything works expected. Okay, this means that It is possible to modify the properties of object and arrays assigned with constant, right? So these are the key points. Don't forget, when dealing with objects or arrays, only the object itself cannot be changed. Properties within the object or arrays can still be changed. Okay. Next point is assigning the properties. If you see that, so we always trying to get in and out of arrays and objects. So whenever we assign some properties with an object, so for example, first thing we declare some variable here and use the same variable in that object, right? So here we declare the first name and last name, and we assign the same thing in the user object. But in ES6, if you try to use the same name, then there is no need to type it twice. If you see the code below here, instead of writing first name two times, here you can declare it only once and it will take it up. Okay, that's all from today.